Today I just wanted to sit down and do more of a chatty get ready with me style video and kind of a life update. I've really been liking doing these videos every couple months or so and just kind of updating you on what's going on in my life, especially since my breakup 8 months ago now. I have a lot on my mind today. I'm not going to be talking about the products I'm using, but I will list and link them down below for you in case you're interested. First of all, my skin is feeling so dry. Like, it is parched right now. Starting with a little breakup update here. So I'm officially 8 months post breakup, thank God. And honestly, it feels like I'm through the breakup. Does that make sense? It is such a relief because it was so freaking hard there for months. Like, it finally feels like I'm through the tunnel of the breakup because I have no more sadness anymore and there's no more heavy weight about it. It now just feels like a life event that happened. I went through it and I'm pretty much on the other side, I would say. I don't know what color I am today. And I'm just so happy to be on the other side of it. And honestly, I'm so proud of myself for how I've handled the breakup. To be so real with you, I was that person that would jump from relationship to relationship within 3 months or less. And I can look back now at my previous relationships and realize that I kind of just got into them because I was alone and bored and I liked being chosen by that person, where it never really felt like I chose them. Honestly, it kind of feels like I was settling in a lot of my long-term relationships. Getting real today, huh? Anyways, when this breakup happened, I knew myself and I knew my pattern of jumping from relationship to relationship, and I realized that doesn't work for me. And so I set a boundary with myself where I told myself I have to be single up until my birthday, which was last month in June. So I didn't allow myself to get on any apps. I didn't do random hookups. I didn't go on any dates. I really just focused on myself and being alone and just like processing my feelings of that relationship, previous relationship, and just kind of realizing what I want for my future. So like, even though I've talked about how lonely I am recently, I also realize my life is so fucking peaceful right now. I literally get to go throughout my day, do whatever I want, focus on myself and my dog. And that is it. No anxiety, no worrying about another person. So then when my birthday hit in June, because I've spent all this time alone, reflecting and journaling and everything, I still don't want to date. This is such a new feeling for me to really feel like comfortable and kind of happy being alone right now. This really is the first time in my life where I am 100% alone right now, but I feel good. And kind of my goal right now is to build my life. And honestly, I want to change my life completely. We'll talk about that in a second. But I want to change my life and I want to build it up to be so exciting and happy with new friends and things to go do and communities I'm part of without a relationship. Because I know that the next partner I have is going to add value and love to my life and not chaos. I am already so off tangent. I wrote notes, but whenever I do these talking videos, I just start going off all over the place. Going backwards a little bit here, but I gotta say, the thing that really helped me kind of get to the end of being through the breakup was going no contact. And it's like, I knew that was the answer the entire time. I knew that had to happen eventually to just work through everything, but I was absolutely terrified of going no contact and like losing this person in my life. It took a lot of time and reflection and like really looking at the relationship for what it was and looking at the facts and his actions and his lies, being like, oh yeah, I don't want that person in my life anymore. I will say though, I'm not at the point yet where it's like I forgot he existed. I still do think about him daily, but it's maybe just like a few times a day. He does not occupy all of my thoughts like he used to, you know, when the breakup first happens. Unfortunately, going through a breakup is a long process, but I'm very happy with where I'm at right now. But I will add though, I did start back up on Lexapro about a month ago now, and oh my gosh, I can already feel how much it has helped me. I was on Lexapro about 2 years ago for anxiety, and I just got back on it recently, and now for depression. I mean, I was really just going through it these past couple months, and I can tell when I'm like actually depressed, all I want to do is lay in bed and sleep. If I'm walking around my house like doing chores, I'll just randomly like break down in tears, sobbing. Also, no appetite is a huge symptom for me of depression. So I was really just eating kind of the bare minimum, just like really just trying to get through the day kind of. And I just kind of got to this point where I was like, I think I need to try Lexapro again and just see how it'll help me. And a month later, I feel fantastic. It is crazy. It just feels like my brain works again. My appetite is back now, and I can tell because I'm finally buying like snacks and desserts again when I go grocery shopping. Like I said, the past couple months, I was just kind of eating the bare minimum, just like, trying to eat like 2-3 meals a day, and I wasn't like buying any treats for myself. And now I'm like, oh, treating myself, trying new foods. My creativity is back. I'm excited about creating content. I have like my priorities in order. I'm also kind of shocked I feel this way right now because I'm in the thick of my luteal phase, and normally around this time of the month I'm ready to jump off a building. Not literally, but you know what I mean. So I'm just very happy to be back on this medication again, and it is truly helping me. The only side effect I have is that my sleep has been fucked with. I used to fall asleep so easily, but ever since I started Lexapro again, it takes me a lot longer to fall asleep. And I take my pill in the morning too. So I don't know if there's anything I can do to really help that, but that's like the only bad side effect I have right now. I'm just really trying to enjoy like the peace that I have in my life right now and be grateful for it, because I know life isn't always gonna be like this and things can get crazy at any minute, and just focusing on me. And I'd say that my gym routine is so solid right now. I am going a solid 4 days a week. My split is really fun. I'm doing things I want to do in the gym. I'm making more friends in the gym. I'm really trying to be better at enjoying the time that I do get out of the house, just because, again, I work for myself. I live alone. I'm alone 99% of the time. So when I do get out of the house and do errands or go to the gym, like those are the interactions that I have with people for that day. Some days I don't even talk to another human being in person. Like, that's crazy. But I really have been trying to get better at talking to more people in the gym, or just saying hi to, you know, the same people that I see multiple times a week. Does anyone else who goes to the gym like pretty regularly and like you see the same people, do you ever like make up names for that person in your head, or like you know their routine and you know what they're gonna do just because you see them so often? Like, I'm at that point now where I'm like, oh, there's that guy that does chin-ups all the time. There's this guy who's always on the cable machine. There's that gym couple that works out together. Like, not in a bad way. It's just like me observing the people. Even if you've never talked to the person, like you just kind of know what they're gonna do at the gym. I don't know, it's funny. I'm also having a really good time filming more gym content. You guys have seen I've done a few for YouTube where I've done 2 fitness vlogs, or I filmed 2. I don't know if the other one is up yet, where I'm doing these videos where I'm taking you throughout my day and showing you kind of what I'm eating that day, what my gym routine looks like that day, and maybe just any other little errands or things I want to share. A little more lifestyle kind of stuff, but still lean towards fitness. But I have filmed and edited 2 of those videos so far, and honestly, I have not had this much fun filming and editing in a really long time. And I think I might just really like it because it's fun and different, and I don't know, I'm liking sharing this different part of myself too. But the problem is, when a beauty makeup focused channel posts a fitness vlog, it's gonna flop on my channel. When I posted the first one the other week ago, it performed terribly for my channel, and I was really trying hard not to be too tough on myself about that, because I can get in my head so easily. But I'm reminding myself like that's okay, and that's probably gonna happen because you've never posted this type of content before. Like, the algorithm doesn't know what to do with it. You guys don't know what to do with it. It's like the content needs to find the right people, and I need to be patient with that, because I even think back to when I started this channel. It's not like it popped off right away. It was a very slow and steady growth over almost 10 years now. So of course I can't be upset when my first fitness video doesn't pop off on my channel. But I really hope I can continue to do those kind of videos and that you guys watch it and enjoy it, because I enjoy doing it, and that's when everyone's happy, you know? What I've also been doing too is trying to make a genuine effort to be on my phone less and to consume less content overall, because I realized it was really messing with my mental health and my creativity as a creator. Life as a creator right now is very different than it used to be like before TikTok. Like, when I view content creation, I view it as before TikTok and after TikTok, because TikTok honestly changed everything. And so obviously short form content is really popping off, and that's something that I'm trying to get better at. But I've noticed when I am consuming so much short form content, usually TikTok, that's what I'm watching, you know? I just found myself constantly comparing myself to other people and other creators and being like, oh, that's a good video idea, I should do that. Or just thinking that the way they do things is so much better than how I can do them. And then I just find myself feeling so addicted to my phone and literally just like sitting there mindlessly scrolling through random apps that I don't even care about, because I'd rather sit there with my phone in my hand than do something productive around my house. And I'm like so pissed at myself for it. I was just really hating how much my phone was just affecting me and my mental health. Also, I'm a content creator and I rely heavily on my phone. So I turned my phone into a dumb phone. I saw a TikTok on this and I was like, I'm gonna do it. And so I did it. So look at this. Look. Like, this is my home screen. I have this page and this. And that is it. Those are my apps that I can just like easily click on. And I like it a lot because it takes away like the fun little visuals of the apps in your phone and just gives you the words of the apps that looks boring to me. And because I put my main apps on the screen, I'm not just gonna be like clicking on any random stupid app that I have just trying to get like a shot of dopamine, you know? But the way I was using my phone too is that I would always search for apps on my phone because I used to have like 4 pages and I couldn't find shit anyway. So I still just like search for apps if I need it, and everything's still there. I kind of just hid everything completely. So I did this on an app called Dumb Phone. Not sponsored, by the way. Here's what happened. I got high, I saw the TikTok of that, and I was like, that sounds like a great idea. I'm gonna do it. I can get a little impulsive when I'm under the influence. It was honestly kind of hard to figure out, and they give you like step-by-step instructions of like the settings you need to change in your phone to get it to look like this. And once I finished, I was like, oh, this looks cool. And then I realized I couldn't undo what I just did, or it would take a lot of steps to go back to like normal. Unless I want to reset my phone to factory settings, I guess, would be the only way to go back without having to undo all the steps I just did. But anyways, it just kind of seemed like more of a hassle to try to undo it. So I've been sticking with it for a couple days, and my screen time honestly has gone down quite a bit. I just find that it's easier and way more fun for me to create content when I'm consuming less content, because I'll kind of just get ideas on the fly. And the one thing that I've learned about short form content is that like if you get an idea, you should just go for it. And something like this happened for me the other day. I was like, oh, I need to shave my hair really quick. I wanted to clean up my sides. So I was like, okay, let me just set up my phone. I'll just film a quick video of me doing this. I made it over a minute long on TikTok and I posted it, and I mentioned something about maybe shaving my head eventually. I filmed, edited, and posted that video in like less than 10 minutes total, and that video completely popped off with over 200,000 views. And I was like, what the heck? Sometimes the most simple videos that you didn't really put any effort in will pop off on TikTok. It's crazy. Speaking of shaving all my hair off, I'm probably gonna shave all my hair off soon. And before you start writing in the comments, Angela, oh my gosh, don't do that. I miss your long hair. Why would you do that? Because I fucking want to. I just find it so crazy the amount of opinions that people have on someone else's hair on their head. It quite literally does not affect you, and most people have the hair on their head that they have because they like it. Okay, so let's talk about this. Honestly, I have always wanted to shave all of my hair off. Like, I remember being in high school saying just to my friends, like, oh, I'll shave off all my hair one day. Like, it'll happen one day. And I think the day is here. I have just always been that kind of person that is constantly changing their hairstyle, hair color. Go ahead, scroll back through my Instagram, scroll back through my YouTube. You will see how often I change my hair. Like, even when it was long, I'm always changing something about it every couple months or so, and I've done this like literally since high school. I wonder if there's some like deeper meaning to this where it's like I feel like I need to have control over something. It's very possible. I've just always been that kind of person that's constantly just switching it up. Like, why not? And it's not that like I don't like my hair right now. I actually love my hair like this when it's 100% its natural color. I like this kind of floofy and messy look. Like, this is my favorite way to wear it. It's completely air dried too. Like, I love this look on myself. I've had this style before, and I think it is like my favorite style I've had for my short hair because it feels just the most like me. I've always just wanted to shave off all my hair just to know what it's like. Just at least once, you know? The amount of times I've sat in a mirror and just like got rid of all of this and just looked at this in a mirror is crazy. And going from my longer curly bangs that I had the last couple months back to this shorter style made me realize I really do like my face, and I like how my face looks when I can see my forehead. And that was part of the reason why I chopped off my hair in the first place, is because I was wearing it up in a bun 90% of the time. So I like my face. So why not just shave off all my hair? And it just makes sense to me too, because of the point where I'm at in my life, where I'm in such a transitional period right now. And like I said, I want my life to look and feel different. So why not shave my hair? And it's like, my hair is already this short. What's a couple more inches gone? And it's hair, it grows back. And this has been on my mind for a long time now. Like, this is not a new thought. Honestly, I ever thought like if my relationship ended, I'd shave my hair. Like, I knew this was gonna happen at some point. I can also tell it's gonna happen soon because my TikTok feed is full of people shaving their head, and I'm just like, every single one, I'm like. So this is your warning. I will be shaving my head sometime in the near future. And of course I will be filming it, and I really don't need any comments telling me not to do it or that I look beautiful with the hair I have. I know I do. And I'm gonna look beautiful with no hair as well. Lots of blush today. And it also makes sense to do it now because I've said this before, but I am planning on moving in the next couple of months here. And so what a better time to shave your head before moving to a whole new city and starting a whole new life. Like, how fun starting off with a shaved head. So I'm definitely still in this mindset of knowing that I'm gonna be moving soon, but I still do not know 100% where or when, but I just know it's happening because I cannot thrive in this space much longer. Like I said, I want community, I want people, I want things to do, I want restaurants to try, and that is just not out here in boring Oregon. But because I'm in this moving mindset, I have been like selling things, decluttering a lot of things. I'm starting a declutter series here for my channel for just makeup stuff, kind of planning the things I would take with me on a move. But honestly, I think I would get rid of 90% of my furniture and just, I want to start fresh. Fresh start is what I want. I've also posted a ton of clothes on Poshmark, especially since I've lost weight too. Like, all of these clothes just literally do not fit me anymore. Mostly everything is gonna be like a size extra large, between like a 14 and a 16. And I'm also tall, I'm 5'11", so if you fit in that extra large 5'11" range, you might like what I have on my Poshmark. I'll link it down below if you wanna check it out. I'm trying to make a little extra money when I can for moving expenses. That's a question I had too. When I do move, do you guys wanna see moving content, like vlog style videos? Because I think that could be kind of fun. I did just buy the little DJI Osmo camera for kind of filming on the go, so I don't know, I'm kind of open to that as well. Let me know if you'd want to see that. But my exciting news for this video is that next week I'm going to go visit a whole new city that I have never been before that I'm thinking about moving to, and that is Chicago. I actually think this video is going up while I'm in Chicago right now, so I hope that future me is having a fucking blast right now. You might be like, why Chicago? And I wish I had a really good answer for you, but a lot of this is just kind of based off of intuition, and this is gonna sound a little woo-woo for a second here. Straight up, I've never thought about Chicago in my life or as a place that I'd want to go visit or even live. But I've talked about how since the breakup, I've been journaling pretty much every single day, and I still am. Love journaling. Do it. But I do it on an app in my laptop so I can go back and like search for things if I want. It's kind of fun that way, reading your own diary. But anyways, the breakup happened in December, and it was sometime in February. I was writing in my journal, having the thought of like moving somewhere else, but still not knowing where. And Chicago just kind of came to my mind, and I wrote it down. I was like, oh, this is a weird thought, but I wrote it down, whatever, moved on. And then since that day in February, Chicago has just popped up in my life in so many different ways, in just random instances. I swear, it's like every day I hear someone or something like mentioning Chicago in some way or another. And it's just been very loud in my brain is the only way I can describe it. It feels like the universe has been yelling Chicago at me. I know, a little woo-woo, but it's things like there's a car in front of me that has a Chicago sticker on it. My gym the other week was showing Chicago's weather on the TV. Why is the Chicago weather on my TV in boring Oregon? I don't know, it's weird, but the more that I thought about it, I'm like, that would be a complete 180 to what my life is right now, and I think that could be exactly what I want. So I was telling a friend about it, and she was like, oh, I would totally go with you to visit if you want, and so we booked the trip and headed there next week. I was really stressing myself out these past couple months thinking about moving and just like all the moving pieces of it. How am I gonna make it work? And I had to force myself to take a step back and be like, what is the first step? The first step is visiting the city to see if you even like it. My friend and I are going for 3 days and we have such a good itinerary laid out. We have things booked and planned. The goal of this trip is just to be touristy, try new things, and maybe just get a feel for the city overall, even though I know that Chicago is freaking huge and like all the different neighborhoods and everything. But we're just gonna go check it out and not really put any stress on myself for this trip. The goal of the trip is to have a good time and get a vibe. Not apartment hunting or anything, but definitely getting a vibe of some neighborhoods. We're gonna see the Bean. We're gonna do the architecture boat ride through the city. We also bought tickets to do the sky deck where it's like you're looking down over at the entirety of Chicago. Check out the river walk, the lakes, the beach. We even bought tickets for a fun drag show one night, which I'm very excited to kind of like just get out and do some things. And trust me, it is gonna be so much better than my Vegas trip was. If you know, you know. And it's totally possible I get there and I get a bad vibe, I get a bad feeling, it doesn't feel like a place I want to live. And I really hope that's not the case because like it has just been so heavy on my mind. And even if that does happen, we're still making this a fun trip and doing things and just like having a little vacation and a break from normal life. So I don't know, we'll see, but I am very hopeful. I just bought my own very first set of suitcases, kind of in preparation more for the move, but also for this trip. So I got this really cute like lavender set of suitcases and I think they just got delivered today. So I'm very excited to like have my new cute suitcases. So random, but it makes me feel like such an adult buying a set of suitcases. So that is the life update. Lots of big changes coming, and while a lot of it is still uncertain, I'm feeling very excited for the future. Mentally, I'm doing so much better. I'm doing better at being alone and just spending time with myself and Rue. I'm feeling creative again, hallelujah. And I'm kind of just going with the flow, letting life happen and see where I guess my intuition leads me. I'll be keeping you guys updated on everything for sure. So again, I'm gonna list and link all the products I used today down below. This is kind of my like go-to everyday makeup look, but it's still like a full face of makeup. This is like my go-to natural glam look, I guess. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you in my next one.